welcome in. Congratulations on claiming first. Doing well today. I think I need a little bit more water in my water pot. Evaporated. So while while that pre-roll is running, I will go get some more water in my water pot. Oh, that doesn't sound fun at all, Rocket. Hopefully safe and as pleasant as possible travels. I'm gonna get that water. Be right back. Okay, that's the pre-rolls done. Well, good on you, Rocket. It is testament to your commitment to being first through the doors every time that you still manage to snag first when you're using shitty public transport Wi-Fi. It's really quite impressive. Okay. Well, we're past the pre-rolls now, so I can take us on over to the main screen and we can get on with some painting. I bumped the camera when I was setting my wet palette up, and it might be a little wonky now, so we'll have to adjust it during the stream. On the plus side, the jukebox is working properly this week. But I am on the wrong playlist. So let me just fix that. We have a dedicated playlist now. Oh no, I'm not on the wrong playlist. Did not realize this was in the playlist. Shows how much I know, doesn't it? I'm just going to leave that over there and I'll deal with it if I need to later. So, back to the cloth cat today. I was hoping I'd get a little bit of time to do some more painting on them over the last couple of days, but my week off has been surprisingly busy. So this is my first chance to actually do anything. So what I decided after the stream last week was that I'd actually, instead of going for like the China flower pattern, I'm actually going to go for yellow and pink blossoms. So that it's cohesive with the rest of the paint job. But first, we've got to put some vines down for the yellow and pink blossoms to be on. That's what I'm doing now. That one was a bit thick. My biggest fear right now is that I'll accidentally get green paint on one of the bits we've already painted last week. We should be okay. Oh dear, that was not where I wanted that brush stroke to go, but oh well.
Hello.
Hey, Potford, welcome in. You're doing well today. Legally indistinct from a human to the sad time for me. Oh no. I mean, I always assumed you were a human. and that you were in fact the Lord of Woods. Which seems like a really good title if you ask me. I think we'll have a vine coming off of this ear. You'd like some wiggle room, that's fair. Oh, for goodness sake. I keep getting the patch of the green on my wet palette that is largely just air. Therefore, nothing is happening on the miniature. But there we go. But that's too much. I'm gonna have to thin my white back out and fix some of this later, I think. Might be able to go hide some of it under some flowers. But obviously not every single vine is going to have a flower on it. We're just going to put them where it looks most appropriate.
Agent Sinister just subscribed for 52 months.
Sinister, hello, welcome in. Thank you so much for being subscribed for 52
Bartender, give me a drink.
months. Big number. Just getting a little glob of green off the end of my psycho. Hello, Cyborg, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Okay, let's get this white thinned out. The thing I love most about wet palettes is that I've got all these globs of paint that you can see in the background from last week.
Hello.
And they're a little tacky, but once you put a drop of water on them and give them a mix with a brush, instantly reusable paint. Means I get through my paint a lot slower than I used to. You've got to take care of your wet palettes, so. I'm going to swap to the insane detail just while I tidy up some bits. I am well aware of it, Cyborg. I backed it on Kickstarter. I don't know what the badass sound command was triggered by, but I'll find out in a moment, I'm sure. It's better. They were just a little too thick. I'm gonna do the same here. It's better. There we go. I'm probably cover anything else up on that bit with a flower. We'll see. Catholicism lends itself to a lot of fucked up badass art. It does. Mariachi Legends is not leaning into any kind of like organized religion side of things. It's more what's the phrase I'm looking for here? Like folklore and legends and stuff like that. I mean, I know it's got legends in the name, but like that side of things, which I've always been really interested in Mexican culture and Mexican folklore. So it was right up my street the second I saw it on Kickstarter, and I had to back it. Oh, very cool, Cyborg. I didn't know they did Comic Con in Wales now. I know they used to do Sci-Fi Weekender in Wales. I don't know if that's still in Wales. Had a massive foo bar with the accommodations one year after everybody had already like booked and paid. The place it was being hosted at cancelled on them, moved them to a different part of Wales, to one of their other locations. Staying on site's a good plan. That's what we did when we went, the couple of years that we went. I don't like that one. You take that one away. We don't do stuff like that anymore. Too far away, too much effort, too hard to coordinate. But it was fun to do a couple of times, and I'm glad we did it. I think for the tail, what I'm going to do is have the vines just sort of spiraling round it, and then have the flowers just at random intervals on the spiral. I think that'll be easier. Doesn't really fit the idea that we've used the same fabric for both bits, but we can suspend our disbelief, can't we? This is really difficult because you have to have so little paint on the brush. You've got to get it to the miniature without the paint drying up. It's such a delicate balance. Appreciate you folks probably can't see what's going on with the tail because of the light. I'll deal with that in a moment. checking to make sure the lamp's not going to fall on me. One of these days, I will save up and buy myself a proper desk-mounted painting light from Redgrass. Not sponsored, I just desperately want one. I love Redgrass's stuff. I've got some of their paintbrushes now, and they're quite nice. Still prefer my Army Painter ones. See, this is where we run into problems with bits like this. I need a tiny bit of paint on the tip of my brush to get it in that. There we go. In that gap. And not overdoing it is hard. What's that? A hobby decided to do an overly ambitious paint scheme on a miniature again. Say it ain't so. Oh, and for anyone that wants to keep count, I've been using the Psycho this entire time. What would the parish council say? You know what? Fuck the parish council.
Look at that subtle off-white coloring. The tasteful thickness of it.
And now the Psycho can have a nap, because I've done all the vines, which means that I can get away with doing stuff with the insane detail brush instead. Because now it's flower time. So I'm thinking what I will do is I will do like little dots of yellow where I want the centres of the flowers to be. What about the Parish Council? Oh, we'll check in with them. They haven't done anything wrong. I'll do little dots of yellow for where I want the centres of the flowers to be. We might do a couple of buds as well, just to mix things up a bit. And I'm really feeling the idea of having a flower right over their right eye as well. So the centre of the flower becomes their eye. So let's get the yellow warmed back up. The yellow, which appears to have made its way all the way to the back of the palette paper. I hope it's not peed on the foam underneath. I'd like to have one piece of wet palette foam that isn't massively stained from my paint just pissing everywhere. We'll do this one first because we know we want this one here. Let's get the eye painted in. One yellow eye for our kitty. I'm not going to make them heterochromic actually, so I'll do the other eye while I'm here. Not that I have anything against heterochromia, but a lot of people think it's very aesthetic, and I don't want to get into that too much. But you know what I mean, I'm sure. Okay, that one feels like it should have a bud on it, so Let's have another flower here. And of course we need some flowers on the tail. Setting myself a challenge there. I've put the center of a flower on the tip of the tail. Because who am I if I'm not causing myself trouble? We'll put a flower here to cover up the slightly messy vines that we've got going on. Maybe one. Yeah, one here too. On the bonds.
Hello!
Hello, Topple. Welcome in.
Have to be human?
Hope you're doing well
Does it
today.
have to be mine?
I will deal with that treat in a moment. Let's have one more flower just here. Ends up with us being a bit bottom heavy with the open flowers, but that's fine because we can balance it out with some little buds. We've got a couple of flowers on all of the flowery fabric parts of the cat now. Let's see what we've got for our treat today. It is... ow, ow. Why did that hurt? It's a gummy pizza slice. You enjoy your time in the Lurkers Lounge, Pudlord. Thank you for popping in to say hello. I could hear an alarm going off. The broken phone is going, "You're supposed to be streaming right now." Yes, phone, I know. In fact, I am streaming and you have interrupted it. Oh, that gummy pizza slice was really nice. Okay. So, we're back to the psycho again now. I should refresh that paint before I started.
Look at that subtle off-white coloring.
I'll do this while I'm here.
Tasteful thickness of it.
Now I know this wasn't in the jukebox. Who requested this? I'm guessing it was probably Cyborg. Yeah, I'd also mooted the idea of maybe doing a couple of bonus streams because I've been doing some skilling in RuneScape, but I haven't. I might do one tomorrow if I feel up to it, but I've been kind of enjoying just sitting by myself quietly watching TV and playing RuneScape. So we'll see. Okay, so the plan for the petals is to just do like a simple daisy shape. I'll probably have to go back over them with the yellow to tidy the centers back up afterwards. This is hard. Yeah, absolutely going to have to go back over the centers. But that's fine. They've done the job I needed them to do, which is give me an indicator of where I want the flowers to be. Oh, okay. That's an accidental budding flower that I've done there, but I actually really like it, so I'm going to leave it as a budding one. Probably still morning aspen. I am a little bit, to be honest with you. Like, I was talking to my therapist about it on Monday. I mean, not about the ending, because I've actually recommended Cats and the Other Lives to them with a buttload of content warnings. Wanted a bud here as well. There should be a little one here. There we go. I think that's enough flowers for the tummy. Indeed, Cyborg, indeed. My mum loves that song. It's not my favourite of Meatloaf's, but it's a good one. I'm going to take a moment to gas the midnight up, because this tune won't appear on the VOD, but it could do. Because the midnight actually are perfectly okay with people using their music as like backing on their streams and stuff like that. It is completely YouTube and Twitch safe. Which is why I've decided to use some of their instrumentals, some of their more spooky instrumentals, as backing music for the Clock Tower Faces of Horror Awards on Saturday. Well, enjoy your time in the Lurkers Lounge, Cyborg. Because we're doing such fine detail stuff, this is actually hurting my wrists a little bit. So I'm going to pause for a quick wrist and arm stretch. It's important to do things like this, especially if you are like me and suffer from an arthritic condition. Okay, I don't think this was a request. No, it wasn't. It's in the playlist. I'm gonna take it out playlist. I thought I'd removed all the Taylor Swift from this playlist. Snuck in there somehow. Okay, for the one that is the cat's eye, we're going to be a little bit more. Hello. Oh, hello, Pom. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. We're going to be a little more careful about the petal placement. Oh, sorry, everybody. This is what happens when I knock the camera before the stream. Unfortunately, I can't really get it into a position where it's properly visible because it's such a small kitten. Oh, the painting handle, it's lovely. I love this thing. It is the Redgrass painting handle. Again, not sponsored. I've mentioned them like 3 times already this stream. But I own a lot of Redgrass stuff because I just really like it. But I started with this. Why do I love it so much? Well, for one, I don't have to change my grip on the miniature, on the painting handle, to get a better angle on the mini. For another, it's really easy to hold. And you can either hold it like this, or you can hold it like that. And both ways are super comfy. Oh yeah, rotation's a fucking game changer. It's my favorite thing about it because with every other painting handle I've ever owned, it's been like the fucking Games Workshop butt plug being a prime example. It doesn't matter how you adjust your angle of grip, you're always going to end up with your hand in a certain position. And the positions that are considered ergonomic for most painters set my arthritis off. This, I can just like relaxed hold it in my hand like this and still paint perfectly comfortably. Which is just, as he put it, a game changer. This I am going to have to do though, because I don't want to mess this up. And this is easier to do for me this way around. But again, I'm holding it like this so that I can do this bit. And it's surprisingly comfy. A little awkward because I'm trying to do it on stream. But comfy. There we go. we've got a 3-bit. New petal. There we go. Can I get that zoomed in for you all? Maybe. Okay. Is it you? It's you. Okay. That is as zoomed in as I can make it. Let's adjust the focus. There we go. Better. Much better. I have a buddy swearing by upside down eye painting too. Doing hobby with said buddy on Friday, so I rhyme something tomorrow. Cute. I don't normally paint eyes upside down, but because I was doing petals for the flower, I wanted to turn it upside down so I could make the shape of the petals consistent across the entire piece, as it were. This one's a little too long though, so let's trim it down with a bit of white paint. There we go. Okay, so we've got one big flower left to do on the back of the head, and then we'll get some more buds in. And then I think we'll have to move on to a different mini because we'll be nearly done with this one. I don't tend to do basing on stream anymore because as much as it's my favourite part of painting minis, it's difficult to do on stream with this setup because you can't really see what's going on properly. That one looks a bit more like a pink spider lily than like a pink daisy, which is what the others seem to have turned out to be. No, I don't trust that. Oh yeah, we've got that one on the tail tip as well. There we go. That's all the big flowers put back together. I'm really happy with the tummy. The tummy looks nice, I think. I don't think the tummy needs anything else. So we just need to put some buds on the rest of the white bits. Oh, I missed one. God, I said I was going to put one up here. Oh no. pink on the ear. Tummy needs some yarn kippers or whatever cloth cats eat. Absolutely. This kitty deserves some cloth kippers. It's quite a fancy looking kitty, so maybe it likes cloth salmon. Salmon's a fancy cat food, right? Regular cats should not eat regular kippers. PSA, really? Kipper's not good for cats. Kipper's reserved exclusively for Arnold Rimmer. Cloth crab meat, right. Oh, I'm sorry, cloth cat. I only have real crab meat downstairs. I think, yeah, I'm gonna get some of my elfic flesh, which is still, holy shit, that is still completely wet. And a little bit of the pink. A bit more thick. A little bit more. There we go. That's the colour I was aiming for. So we've got this sort of peachy colour. Wrong brush. That won't be helping matters. There we go. Some inside ear for our little cloth cat. Didn't have to worry about that on the cloth dog because his ears were floppy. But kitties are very poised. There we go. So we've just got the stitching and the necklace to do, and I think I'm going to do the necklace in a gold paint. And the stitching, I don't know what colour to do the stitching in. I think probably just white again. Just a little bit. There we go. Got it. That was bugging me.
Oh! Oh, hello.
Hello, Crammer. Welcome in. You're doing well today. It's leg day and I'm too tired to care. You have a specific leg day? Oops. It's a little too rough there. There we go. Better. Oh, see, this is what happens. I just punch the camera. This is a great setup for allowing you folks to be able to get like a Tan's eye view of what's going on with the Mini. Terrible for me as a painter because I constantly get bumped by the camera and stuff like that. It's fine. This was my choice and is far better, in my opinion, than the overhead view that we used to do on the channel because my head would get in the way then. Now it can't. Okay, I need my gold paint. Where's my gold paint? Do I have gold paint out? Oh, actually, we'll use this one. Oh, there's my actual gold. Okay, we'll use these two. I am not divulging the brand of these because I don't encourage people to purchase them. They are good paints from a very bad company. I cannot afford to buy an entirely new set of metallic paints, and therefore I'm going to continue using these until I no longer have any. But I will not support a company that sympathizes with Nazis. If only I'd found that out before I spent a fuck ton of money on metallic paints from them. Oh, also they steal people's art. Which is also heinous, but you know. The fascism is a big problem. Checking that you're still getting a good view. The plan is to base with this gold. I'm sorry if you can hear Slow. He's got a new headset that I got him for his birthday that's only just arrived, and is now going to have to get used to what is a sensible volume to speak to people at all over again. It's always a challenge. Back when people would redeem solving Rubik's, I can't show my perspective and it's nonsensical looking at the reverse. Yeah, exactly. I love Rubik's Cubes. I suck at them, but I love them. It takes me ages to solve one. I've actually got one that's like half finished that I was doing really well on and then just had a hiccup with and went, you know what, fuck this, I can't be bothered with this right now. And it's just sat on my shelf waiting for me to finish it. A professional, I am very definitely not. Which can be said about many things.
Broadsword.
Broadsword. Hey, Cypher, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. I put way too much gold paint on the palette. Oh well, the more of it I waste, the quicker I can buy new paints, so I don't have to use that disclaimer every time I paint something with metals. After we've put the gold layer on, we will be going for a break. Because the break is due soon. You know what? I might go back over the stitching and do gold stitching. Like, this is a fancy little cat, so of course they've been stitched together with gold thread. Fuck it, let's do that. We've got 2 minutes before the break's due. There we go. 3 little gold stitches. Hello, and welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. I have some bad news, unfortunately. It's time for a break. So now is a great chance to grab a drink, grab a snack, have a stretch, get some fresh air. And if you have been painting whilst I've been painting, please do have a stretch because it's important to stretch your hands out. Cloth kintsugi. Oh, I might do that with the next one. Oh, that's a good idea. I love that. But we'll see. Depends on which one I do next. And we'll find that out after the break and after the last little bits of our cloth cat are done. I'll bring the camera forward so that you can see them on the base properly. We'll move it again after the break. Anyway, go do your meat maintenance and I will see you in 3 minutes.
I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about. Now,
So we haven't actually.
I call the conductor and have you confined to the lunatic car.
There's a lunatic car?
There's a lunatic car?
Forgot he says that.
Who is it now?
Feeling a little called out right now. Hobby Dan is literally max confirmed. I mean, I can't really argue with that, can I? Oh my god. I'm doing this. Yeah, work those legs. He can definitely pelvic thrust, yeah, he can. He's a popular guy then.
Yeah, I'm gonna not. I'll take it.
First try.
Yay!
If you get hit while you're swimming, it will break the game. Because when you get hit, it will cancel your fake flipper, but also the game doesn't know where it wants to put you because you weren't on safe ground on this screen. I would.
Oops.
Yay, we're safe. Kind of.
Okay, I was gonna say I might just get hit so I can see what happens, but now we know.
Now we know.
That's great.
Thunders your hawk.
Welcome back from the break, everybody. I hope you're feeling refreshed. Apologies for my slightly late return there. I was playing with the live feature on Blue Sky. I don't know if anybody's seen about that. You can now get like a little ring around your avatar that says live at the bottom, and when someone clicks on it, it takes them to where your live stream is, which I thought was pretty neat. Oh no, Cypher's streaking. Make sure he stays away from the paints. We can't have him getting covered in paint. It's too expensive for that. Thank you, Cypher, for the 7 stream streak. I do appreciate that you keep coming back. No matter what my inanity is, you're always here, and I appreciate that. Okay, so we got the nice shiny gold base on. I'm going to use a lighter, what they call an alchemy. Just on some little bits of it. It's like a highlight. The intention being that the deeper gold is in the recesses still, in the shadows. There we go. And we'll go back into the recesses with a little bit of the darker gold. Just for some
Oh!
Differentiation.
Oh, hello.
Who's that? Hello, Agamemnon. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Okay, I think that is our cloth cat all painted. Obviously, the base isn't painted, but like I said, I'll do that off stream. Because I like to base with some space, as it were. Yeah, our fancy little friend is done. Patchwork and gold. I'm really, really pleased with the tummy. I know I've said that a few times already, but look at that. I'm so proud of myself for doing all that fiddly painting today. Yeah. That is a good way of describing what's going on outside at the moment, Agamemnon. But I'm glad you're doing okay. Phrasing, Tom? Captions really struggle with me when I'm doing painting streams because my microphone is over here rather than here. Let me see if I can make that a little easier for it. Give myself even less space to move. You asked your boss for a day off, but he browbeat you into taking 2 full weeks. Holy shit. That sounds like a good boss if you ask me. Okay, we need to decide who we're going to paint next. And then I need to disappear to the other side of my desk to update some things. Spider-Man? I don't have Spider-Man. Can't paint Spider-Man, we don't have him. We've got... Let me see if I can get these guys onto my hand so that you can see them. I'll just put one of each type on my hand and we'll go from there. I have 2 more cloth cats. I have cloth kittens, cloth mises, and cloth goblins. I admit I kept myself from saying pussy fiddling, but here I am saying it. Good grief. Well, I will remember to let people know about that in future, that I have been informed that I am an accomplished pussy fiddler. You know I'm team... I love these little guys. I think they're adorable. These are actually the reason I even own all of these minis, because Statuesque advertised them on Blue Sky, and I looked at them and went, they're adorable. I need them all in my life. And then I went to the web store, looked at everything else that's part of the Habernagerie series and went, I want one of everything, please. I think these are goblins. They might be something else. Hello, Waddledee. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Because actually, I think my goblins are... Yeah, my goblins are over there. Hang on. I've got more. But wait, there's more. I forgot I had these. God, this is going to be hard work. Okay. This still isn't everything, but it's a sampling of the other things we could paint today that are part of the same series. We have cloth trolls. Isn't he adorable? Look at his teeth. It's a happy boy. So yeah, we have cloth trolls. We have Cloth birds. Oh, dug him. Yeah, me too. We have cloth wolves. And because I forgot to show you this guy before, cloth wolf cubs. Actual cloth goblins. So the other things are, I can't remember what they're called. I'll have to pull my my list of shit that I bought out and have a look. But yeah, this is what the cloth goblins look like. They should have shields as well. The shields are over there. This is a different cloth goblin. It's got a little lantern. And then we also have some special characters. There are 4 different special characters. I've only brought one of them over. But little cloth people. The site calls them goblins. Okay, so they are cloth goblins. I could have sworn they had a different name as well. Lantern sounds OP in the cloth universe weaponry. I know, right? Especially if any of them are made of polyester. Just melt your enemies by exposing them to a flame. So seeing as Cypher is on the website, Shreks? Shreks, really?
Hello.
Hello, Modhale. Welcome, and I hope you're doing well today. God, they make this difficult. But yeah, Cypher, seeing as you're on the website, you've got a visual of the one of everything that I own. Because I also own the Twills of the Wisp, which I didn't bring one of over. I can't see the little guys on the. Yeah, I don't see them. They're not available anymore. Well, if it's not what you wanted, Pom, you can ! Wrong song. And it should deal with it. It will, at the very least, flag it as not correct. I'm just going to take that out of the queue. What have you sent me the link to there? That's the Cloth Rogue, yeah. I like the Cloth Rogue. Oh, Skrex. That's why I was so confused. Like, it sounded close enough, but not quite right. Man of the cloth. So, what do we think, folks? Should we paint another cat? Should we paint one of the kittens? Should we paint one of the mice? One of the Skrex? One of the goblins? The troll? One of the hoodie crows? Ah, you're fine, Cypher. You're fine. I mean, if we paint like the troll or something like that, then I'm going to have to base it first. Or prime it first, I should say. I'm here for painting corvettes. Yeah, that's fair. Oh shit, you did, didn't you, Pom? I'm so sorry. Thank you. Yeah, I'll deal with that now. It's a jack-o'-lantern. There we go. I'm just gonna put the cloth wolf and the cloth cub next to each other because I love that they are doing the exact same pose. They just want to be exactly like their parent, and it's very cute. And you can imagine the sound that they're making. Dual awoos, indeed. Yes, me too, Cypher. Yeah, I've got the twills over there as well. I don't have enough hands to bring examples of everything that I have over from my unpainted mini storage right now, because I'm not an octopus. So I just brought like some random things that I thought folks might be interested in. I've not seen it. I don't rate Seth Rogen as a person. But just because I don't rate someone as a person doesn't mean they're not good at their job, so who knows? And I'm intrigued by what you mean by that, Waddle Dee. You wouldn't want to ask me because... I think you said because you know? Because you know the answer, okay. What were you expecting my answer to be there? So, are we going for the hoodie crow? I've not seen it. I am not the kind of person, Waddle Dee, that makes baseless judgments on something. Like I said, I don't rate Seth Rogen as a person, but that doesn't mean that he's bad at his job, per se. So it might be a really good show. Also, he's only producing it, right? So he's putting money behind it. He's paying for it. It could be a really good show, but I don't know because I've not watched it. So I have no opinion on it. But I am a fan of classic Muppets, so... If the Muppets are left to do their own thing in the way that they always have done, I'm sure it's actually a pretty decent show. Oh, now that's interesting. Seth Rogen keeps some interesting company that probably wouldn't align very well with Sabrina Carpenter. covered on a stick. But yes, it would serve you well, Waddle Dee, to not make assumptions about what I think about something based on what people in the community think about it. Because we are all different people. We come together because we have shared interests, but that doesn't mean that we all agree on everything. And I think you will find that in most walks of life. Ugh. Got brown paint on my hand. Today, I don't think you need to at Cyborg every time you want to, like, emphasize that you disagree with him. It's fine to disagree, but you've made your point. So the repeated atting is not required. Not assume I think. Oh, Modhail, we know you think. You're a very thoughtful person. I nearly went straight into painting then and then remembered I need to prime this first. Again, I'm kind of reticent to recommend this primer, even though I absolutely adore it, because the company behind it have been caught on multiple occasions stealing photographs of painted miniatures from artists without crediting them. And they've been called out on it multiple times. They also filed a spurious lawsuit against another company that makes paints because their paint names were too similar to theirs, which is just fucking petty. But it's a really good primer, and I don't want to have to find a new primer. But this stuff goes and goes. I'll be sad when it's over because I will need to find a different primer of a similar quality, you know? It absolutely is a bop. Agamemnon, I agree. I have heard this live. I appreciate priming a hooded crow in black is basically like going, it's done. But we are going to try and do some interesting stuff with our little hoodie friend here. We're not just going to leave them primer black. Yeah, Bad Squiddo have some fantastic minis. Paints wise, I'm not sure. Because it's paints where I'm really struggling. Because I have to fall back on Citadel as the lesser of the evils. What are you on about, Waddle Dee? This song, it's been in movies, yeah, absolutely. But it wasn't originally. It's Phil Oakley. And it will sound 80s-esque. It was made in the 80s. Phil Oakley of the Human League. Army Painter? Yeah, Army Painter paints are alright. They're not my favourites. They don't have a primer that I like. Literally, this is the only primer I've ever found that I really like, and the company that makes it is shitty. It's really quite frustrating. I know I've talked about when I went to see Human League with my mum on stream before, because that was a really, really good gig. But having been to more gigs in the intervening time since I last spoke about it on stream, I still think it's quite high up there on favourite gigs that I've been to. But I think... Oh no, I'm going to sneeze. That hurt. I think it's so high up for sentimental reasons rather than, like, the Ghost gig is really high up on the list because of the production value of the gig. The music was great live, but the production values of the event itself were also just off the fucking charts. Same for Ice Nine Kills, who I saw in December last year. Production values off the fucking charts, so that's really high up there. Helped by the fact that they just brought half of fucking Real Big Fish along on tour with them. For some of their songs that happen to require a saxophone and a trumpet. But the Human League gig was just... the vibes were impeccable at that gig. And I was there with my mum, and it was music that I'd grown up with and that my mum had introduced me to. So, you know, it was a very special gig. And we only managed to go to it because one of my mum's co-workers wasn't able to go and had put some tickets up for sale on the, like, internal buy-sell trade board where mum was working at the time. But they'd also listed the price incorrectly, so they ended up having to take half of what they were expecting for the tickets when my mum bought them. So it was a very serendipitous event, for want of a better description, and it was a really, really nice gig. And we got to listen to all of our favourite songs. I think I'd definitely go to see them again if I could, but only if my mum could come with me. I beg your pardon, Cypher. I still haven't played Indigo Park. I was going to play it on stream a while back, but didn't. I'll take your word for it, Waddledy. I've never seen it. I think I saw the first one when it was on TV once, but I'm not big on jukebox musicals. I prefer musicals. Oh, right, okay. Is this like how I accidentally ordered 2 copies of the Bartender Blu-ray? And they just don't want to admit to the fact that they accidentally ordered 2 copies of The Turkey Man. We just got to wait for our little hoodie friend to be dry enough to paint. We'll start with the branch and then we'll work our way up. It was I accidentally ordered 2 copies in separate orders of Bartender from all the anime. Bartender's a really great show, for the record. It is about exactly what it sounds like it's about. So you can probably guess why it is I like it. Oh, right. That was just Annie getting up to no good, was it? I don't have Netflix and I don't have access to Peacock. I'm pretty sure Peacock's not available in the UK at all. Or if it is, it's probably available through something I don't have. But yeah, I've really cut down on the amount of streaming services that I am paying for because it feels like I'm wasting money for most of the year. Because there's barely anything I actually want to watch on them most of the time. And fuck that. I refuse to participate in this cable TV bullshit. Which track was it? Was it the Queen one?
Hello there.
Hey, Soup, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Hoodie's still damp. Just bring the camera in so that they're in focus while they dry off. This is why I hate base coating. Priming on stream. Because now we wait. I had the patience for this shit. Now, if only I had people's addresses, there would be many turkey men being sent out. Oh my. Ooh, watching paint dry ASMR stream. Yeah, we can chat for a little bit while the paint dries. Thankfully, one of the reasons I love this primer so much is that it dries really quickly, so I'm just waiting for it to dry on, like, some little bits around the bottom of the base.
Does it have to be human?
Topo, thank you for the treat.
Does it have to be mine?
I know we were talking about salmon earlier, and I realised during the break that I'm actually having salmon for tea tonight. Haven't decided how I'm going to cook it. Might have some rice with it. I don't know. Thank you, Torpor, for the treat. It is a fish. I'm going to eat the little fishy. Oh, thank you for the posture check. See, this is why I don't sit up straight during these streams. Now you've just got my mouth and a little bit of my really cool Misky t-shirt. Thank you for the stretch. I don't think I've ever had salmon soup. That sounds interesting. I'd be willing to give that a try. There we go. Hoodie is primed and ready to go. Yeah, so I'm thinking salmon and rice, maybe some vegetables, or I could do a jacket spud, but that would take longer, and I'm lazy. It's a very Finnish thing. Simple recipe. I'd be very intrigued to know what the recipe for that is. I love trying new stuff, and I do like me salmon. Better. So for the hoodie themselves, what I'm thinking is I'll get some black paint and some dark blue paint and we'll mix them together. We'll probably get a little bit of grey in there too. And we'll do a couple of different mixes with different dominant colours. And then we'll do different parts of the crow using the different mixes, just to give a little bit of variation. Just text me back. When I was doing the convention circuit, this just got popular. It had just really become a meme in the UK. So there would be like caramel dancing competitions and caramel dance and flash mobs at cons. It was always so much fun. Sometimes I would get involved. Sometimes I would just watch. Like some sort of caramel dance and voyeur. There you go, that's the shtick. Soup looks terrific. As a Swede, I believe I've had soup akin to it. Ah, fascinating. I suppose there's a certain amount of, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like crossover in the sorts of foods that you'd be making and consuming between Finland and Sweden. I could be wrong there, but I kind of see it like so. Oh yes, we've stolen the Swedes' meatballs. Excellent. Like I kind of see it the same as like, so I've got Ukrainian family, and as such, I know several Ukrainian dishes. And one of my favorites is something called vareniki. But most people know vareniki as pierogi because that's what it's called in Poland. And there were more Polish people that migrated to America than Ukrainian people. So Americans know it as pierogi, and that's like the dominant sort of English-speaking Western perspective of that food. But I know it as vareniki because I was brought up by people that called it vareniki. Yeah, captions have no fucking clue what I'm saying. That tells you everything, doesn't it? Hang on, let me try this. Pierogi. Let's try that again, because the captions didn't want to do the thing. Pierogi. Okay, no, it can't do pierogi either. Well, no, it can. It can. But if I say vareniki, yeah, no. No fucking clue. Captions have no idea. Swedish Meatballs even made it to Babylon 5. They did. They did indeed. I like B5. There is very little sci-fi I won't consume. Yeah, Queen are good. Some of the best, in fact. There's a reason that they've been so enduring. Also, you know, Freddie Mercury was a fucking legend. I believe Finns have their own pierogi word too. Karelian something. Oh, really? Neat. Swedish meatballs are an ideal space food as they can be shit flat. Dear, oh dear. Okay, so let's pick our blue, shall we? I only have one black paint. That's not my black paint. Where the fuck is my black paint? Ah, there you are, you little bugger. It was hiding. My whole black. Yeah, but we love bad jokes here, Pom. And Model is a purveyor of fine dad jokes. So was I over Christmas. Slow fucking hated it. Like, every other sentence was a dad joke. He's like, oh, for fuck's sake. I can't help it. I just think they're really funny. I always thought that was a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference, as DA made the joke. Books regarding gin and tonic and how there's the same phonetic sound for drinks in every racist language. Ah, right, I see, Agamemnon, thank you. Got the black, we need a blue. This is a nice blue. This is ultramarine blue. No, not those ones. Wouldn't be surprised if Army Painter had been made to rename that one. Let's also get yeah, let's get a little bit of alien purple in there as well, because one of the things I absolutely adore about crows is that when the light hits their feathers, it's like a fucking oil slick, the amount of colours in there. Beautiful. We've already got some green on the palette, so we'll use a tiny bit of green in the mix as well. What I'll probably do actually is do a really thin wash of green over some parts. I'm also the resident dad joker among my buddies. I just never call them bad jokes. Hey, that's fine. The thing is, I said this on Blue Sky the other day. It is okay to like bad things. Sometimes there's something out there that is just shit, but for some reason, it really tickles your pickle. And there is nothing wrong with that. And it doesn't matter if other people think it's bad. If you enjoy it, that's all that fucking matters. So there's no point getting bent out of shape about it. That last bit was aimed specifically at people hating on other people for enjoying a thing. It's like it was a shit movie, and there were people that enjoyed the shit movie hating on the people that didn't enjoy it. And there were people hating on the people that did enjoy it because it was a shit movie. It's okay to hate shit, to like shit things. It's also okay to not like shit things. Yeah, Freddie Mercury was like that. He was, I don't want to call him like a diva, but he'd got diva energy, if you know what I mean. I love the Ghost Rider movies because they're bad. The second one is hilarious. I know, right? The second one is just, it's so bad it almost loops back round to being good, and I love that for it. And the first one is, like, you can't hate Nicolas Cage in anything he's in, because he puts his whole ass into everything he does. And I admire that about him. Junk food for the soul, yeah, exactly. Oh, that is that. Okay. Behold this gargoyle. It's dark blue, right? That's not dark blue. That's fucking baby blue. I didn't rate Five Nights at Freddy's 2, but I'm not a Five Nights at Freddy's fan. I enjoyed the first film. I thought the first film was really fun, and I have a lot of time for Matthew Lillard. But yeah, I didn't rate the second one, but I know there's lots of people out there that really enjoyed it, and good for them. You know? I haven't seen the Minecraft movie. Genuinely can't be bothered to watch it. It's not like an aspersion against the film, just can't be bothered. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to use one of these blues. Probably this one. Do I have a darker blue in there? No. No, I do not. Okay, we're gonna go for Cantor blue instead, because that's more the kind of blue I was looking for. Stupid lying ultramarine blue. My spout's blocked. Come on. Okay. It's quite thoroughly blocked, in fact, so you get to watch some spout surgery. God, I've not heard this in a while. Oh, that's better. Could not get it to do that with my bare hands. Just pop that to one side. How's our little guy doing? There we go. Now he's back in focus. Now, come on, I just unblocked you. Oh, don't even fucking get me started on Ice Cube's War of the Worlds. That film makes me so angry. Like, there are very few things that I will just, like, completely put my foot down with. But I watched the first half of that fucking film, and I want that time back. So angry. I am a big War of the Worlds fan. H.G. Wells' The War of the Worlds is one of my favourite books. And what they did to that story makes me very angry. Like, the worst part of it, in my opinion, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with this paint? The worst part of it, in my opinion, is the fact that this guy works for the fucking NSA and uses his powers and his privilege to spy on his fucking children. Like, you would get fired for that shit. Okay, no, this paint's fucked. I can't get anything out of this paint pot. It's like it's just gone solid in there, which is unusual because it's got Liquitex in it. Oh no, there's a tiny trickle that's come out of it, but what the heck? Don't watch it, Cypher. Don't put yourself through that. Like, it made me angry as a fan of the book. It made me angry as a security professional. It made me angry just as a person that has to live in the fucking torment nexus. Everything about that film made me angry. I swear I've seen another Ice Cube movie where he does that. I think the only other thing I've seen Ice Cube in was Deep Blue Sea. He's in Deep Blue Sea, right? It's been a long, long time since I watched that. I'm still trying to get paint out of this fucking pot. No, it's fucked. That's going to need some TLC. So I guess backup plan, we use the Night Lord's blue. Maybe it was a Dave Bautista movie. Maybe. Oh, don't tell me you're all stuck as well. Oh yeah, the musical's great. I've seen Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds live on the 25th anniversary tour as well. That was a fucking amazing night. I've still got the t-shirt that I bought, bearing in mind that this was when I was in my teens, and that shirt does not fit me in. Because I am old now. Okay, all of my blues are fucked. What the hell is going on tonight? I have been banned by the paint gods from using blue. Unless it's the liar blue. Well, that's going to cause some problems. From watching paint drying to watching paint which has the... Oh dear. Sec. Oh, did we get a wrong song in there, Kian? Okay, you're not plugged, you're just not effectively mixed. We can fix that. Here, have some paint shaking. No worries. Sorry, I saw you say "there we go" and wondered if Chibi-tan had put the wrong song in, and then you'd gone and found a separate link with the right song. Okay, no, that was a fucking exceptional joke. Well done, Cypher. Going back to the Ice Cube War of the Worlds really quickly, because I know we've got a break coming up soon. I think the thing that pissed me off about it was that one of the lines from the original book that has stuck in my mind the most over the years is a grotesque mingling of profit and panic when referring to the fact that the narrator steps out onto his doorstep to find the paperboy is already selling newspapers about the Martian invasion. And there's more interest. No worries, Cypher. Take care. There's more interest in making a quick buck off of the alien invasion than there is on protecting people's lives. And the thing that pissed me off about the Ice Cube War of the Worlds is that it is the epitome of that phrase. It is a grotesque mingling of profit and panic because it is an advertisement for a bunch of Amazon products, and it's entirely done through the lens of someone who's using CCTV and smart devices to spy on other people without their knowledge or consent. It's all in favor of making a quick buck. And that makes me very, very angry. Because it spits in the face of everything that Wells was talking about. Hasn't it just, Modhail? I did a long, long time ago now when I was still doing the podcast. I did a podcast episode about the War of the Worlds and moral panics. And in that, I was talking about how we've seen so many examples of the stuff that Wells was talking about in the real world, in the way that people behave. I hear that movie has spectacularly bombed. I fucking hope so. I really hope so. Like, I got halfway through it and then immediately closed it out and hit the do not like, do not recommend this to me button, and haven't seen anything about it since. No worries, Kian. We actually need to go for a break anyway, so now is a great time to, like Kian, BRB. Grab a drink, grab a snack, have a stretch, get some fresh air, and I promise when we come back from the break, I will not rant about Ice Cube's The War of the Worlds anymore. Hey, Poirot, sorry we're just about to go into a break, but I will see you when we get back in 3 minutes. Do some meat maintenance, everyone.
Just Have a quick jog over here. Oh, too far. No. Oh, shit! I'm so sorry! Oh, I accidentally punched a gnome to death. I'm gonna give you a proper burial. In the appropriate place. I am so sorry. Oh. Let's find a nice tree to bury the bones under. So I can hide my shame. We'll put them here. I'm sorry, little gnome.
First try.
Yay!
If you get hit while you're swimming, it will break the game. Because when you get hit, it will cancel your fake flipper, but also the game doesn't know where it wants to put you because you weren't on safe ground on this screen. I would.
Oops.
Yay, we're safe. Kind of.
Okay, I was gonna say I might just get hit so I can see what happens, but now we know.
Now we know.
That's great.
Thunders your hawk.
Ah! No! I won 79%!
We've done so much work! Robbed! Yeah, we've been robbed! Did it! I did it! Look at us go! Oh, we're so speedy now! Nyom.
Yeah, I'm gonna not. I'll take it.
We can get some water. Fuck. I put the bear trap down and then stepped in it.
Welcome back from the
I'm
break,
a
everybody.
failure.
I hope you're all feeling refreshed.
Oh, that was embarrassing.
Get back into position, and then we'll carry on.
I'm out of ammo.
Oh gosh. I should not be tired. Today has been the least busy day on my stack. So I don't know how clear it is on stream. It looks like it's a little clear. But there is a noticeable difference between what is just primer and what is the black colour we've used for the wing there, which is exactly what I wanted. I wanted it to be noticeable, but not very noticeable, if that makes sense. And I remembered this is a hoodie, which means that we actually don't need to stress too much about everything looking samey across the body, because the body's going to be a different colour. I need to, going back to something Rocket said, I need to watch the Pointless Hub review because I know it's going to be a good review. But I couldn't stomach it when it came out because I'd not long watched the film myself, and just I did not want to deal with that. Let's have a little check. Okay, so on a hoodie, The body is like a whitish grey. The wings are black, the head is black, and the tail is black. So let's get all of the, let's call it midnight, all of the midnight bits painted up. Oh, you know what I forgot to do during the break? Let's see if I can remember how to do it. Ah, that one. Okay. Oops. It would help if I actually typed the rest of the command in, wouldn't it? Project has been updated, which means that the psycho counter should have also been updated. Not that that's going to be relevant for this fella for a while. Probably not until next week now, considering the time. I haven't updated it in the stream title, but that's more faffing than I can be bothered with right now. I need to update my script so that it updates the details in the stream title as well, but meh. It's a thing that only matters to me, really. Go. And now we just need to paint our hoodie's head. I think the one bit that I'm going to leave with just the primer for now is the beak. And we'll put a coat of actual, just plain black paint over the top of that later. And then we'll varnish it and that'll be the beak done. Beak's nice and easy. Because this little friend is made of cloth, there's actually an indication on the miniature of where the hood ends. Because it's not just the head, it's like a little bit of the torso as well. You Google hooded crow, you'll see what I mean. So thank you to Statuesque Miniatures for making it super easy for me to figure out where the hood is, not have to use my brain at all. There we go. I need to fix the camera. There we go. There we go. Right. Aww. Kitty. I'm glad you're
16-bit
taking care of it.
hyper underscore turbo just raided with 4 viewers.
Turbo! Hello, friend. Been a while. What are you doing? Thank you so much for trusting me with your community today. Welcome on in, everybody. I will greet you properly in a moment. Just mixing some paint up on my palette.
Hello.
Just out of shot of the camera as well. Welcome on in, everybody. In case you've not been here before, hello, I am Hobby Tan. I'm a variety streamer based in Scotland. My pronouns are they, them. And today it is Hobby Happy Hour. This is the part of the stream schedule where I hang out and paint miniatures or do some pixel art, and y'all can hang out and vibe and put some tunes on in the jukebox, or you can paint along with me.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome on in, everyone. I hope you're all doing well today. Nice to see you doing miniatures. Yeah, I had like a year-long hiatus from painting minis, and we just got back to it at the start of this year, and it's so good to be back. Apophanism, welcome in. What a username. This is the Statuesque Miniatures Habernagerie Hooded Crow, cloth hooded crow. These are just collectible. They aren't associated with any specific game, but I also collect various flavors of Warhammer. I used to collect weird miniatures stuff for Malifaux. I've got a little bit of come on brain, what's it called? Not Battletech, but one of the other ones that involves stompy mechs. Yeah. I don't play very often. I tend to play more Magic the Gathering than like 40k and stuff these days. Just because I have readier access to those people. So I'm mostly a painter at this point. Flames of Orion? No, I've not heard of that one. God, that's really going to bug me. I'll figure it out. Probably after the stream has ended. Oh, that's very exciting, Agamemnon. My favorite deck is a winter deck. Winter is the name of the character. It's a commander deck. Generally not allowed to use it because it's a very mean deck. Got a little bit of white on the tail there where we didn't want it, but that's okay. We can clean that up in a bit. Yeah, Winter has an ability that reduces your opponent's hand size by 1 for every type of card in your graveyard. So this deck that I've built, you basically bin off as many cards as you can of every single available type, to the point that your opponent can only hold 1 card at a time. And then there's also cards in there that force them to draw extra cards. Oh, Model! Why did you have to mention that name here? I appreciate the hustle, but come on! should probably be using a slightly smaller brush for this bit, but it's fine. We're here now. And you know what Bob says? No mistakes. Just happy accidents. This little fella's really cute. Good, good. I'm glad you've at least got some salt with you. Don't want Matt hanging around. I'm using Cezanne, Perverter of Truth, as my main commander for 15 plus years. Dang! I don't know Cezanne's skill set, so you'll have to help me out there, I'm afraid. You know what? I'm going to re-prime the bits that have got white on them, because it'll be easier to get the hoodie paint back up to where we want it. This bit doesn't have to be too perfect because, again, if you've ever seen a hooded crow, they're not the tidiest looking little friends, which is part of their endearing charm, if you ask. But I do want to get some solid delineation on the wings, at least. It's better. Ugh. Oh. That's got base paint mixed in with it. I forgot about that. Blech. Gives every player 2 extra cards during their upkeep and dings them for 2. It's a brick on everyone's gas pedal. Excellent. Like, having that as a legendary creature in my winter deck seems like it would be additionally OP. I tasted the brush again. Yeah, I was refining the point on the bristles. Now, before anyone gets excited, this is not the Psycho, it's the Insane detail. So, sorry, Psycho fans. No Psycho for now. Taste the Rainbow is for Skittles, not miniature paints. I know, but I was just, like I said, I was refining the point so that when I went to do this bit, it wouldn't be all of a Oki. There's still a tiny bit up there on its shoulder that doesn't have any white paint on, and it's really bugging me. I have to try again in a minute. What I'll probably also do is really thin that Hooded Crow black that we've made down. There we go, got it. I'm going to have to get white paint on the shoulder to get that bit, because it just does not want to go. It's fine. We'll clean it up in post. By which I mean now. I'm also going to move the camera because I realised that our little friend has not been centered for a while, but this is a more comfortable sitting position for me. There we go. This is really fiddly. Like, we're not doing anything fancy like we were with the cat. But it's very fiddly just because of the tight corners that you have to work with. There we go. They're coming along nicely, I think. There's a hooded crow. What'll do. Google hooded crow and look at the pictures. You'll see what I've done. Why I've done it. Yeah, this is the Scandroid cover of Shout. It's not the original version, but it's a very, very good cover. I do like this one. I know I've painted the tail at least once. I'm pretty sure twice, actually. But for some reason, the hoodie grey doesn't seem to be like sticking in the way that it did with the wings. Maybe I've accidentally watered it down a bit too much. Same with the face. Let's get the excess paint out of its eye socket. There it is. Poke it in the eye to clear its eye out. That's how that works, right? Ow. Okay. As much as I've been for a stretch break recently, I am in no small amount of discomfort. Oh. I think what I'm going to have to do when I finally get around to replacing this desk chair is I'm actually going to have to get like a little lower seat with a back to put here for when I'm painting, because part of my problem is I'm hunching down to be closer to the table. Could do with a standing desk, really, but they're expensive. So, you know, we work with what we've got. We cut our coat according to our cloth, as my mother likes to say. Okay, so our hoodie's looking pretty good. What I'm going to do now is, with the last little bit of the hooded crow grey that I've made up, I'm going to water it right the way down and then very gently brush a little bit onto certain bits of the white area, because that's going to give us that sort of tufted, feathery look, which hoodies really have. Oh, welcome back, Cypher. Little one, all tucked up and off to dreamland. I've got to be really careful here as well, because this is right next to the yellow that I was using that has just gone everywhere. I should do. The bedtime routine is done. You have done your bit then. You're doing your part, as it were. Okay, and I'm going to use this absolutely fucking mangled paintbrush for this. Just dab a little bit on the end. We're just dappling a little bit here and there just to give our little friend a little bit of a texture. Welcome back, Sinister. Much beef and potato, yummy. I'm quite looking forward to making my tea after stream. There we go. Not quite so pristine white now, which is what we want. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the wings and the head, but what we're going to do there is we're going to take some of the purple and mix that in. Actually, I'm going to take some of this pink as well. Get all the excess off. So we're aiming for just like a little splash of each colour. The tiniest splash. And I'm not cleaning my brush between because, well, for one thing, it doesn't really matter if we're not going to be using these colours for anything else afterwards, which we're not. But also because it's going to give us more likelihood of getting that sort of oil slick look that I want to go for. It might not be very noticeable on stream. But if I can get like a base down here that's got all the shades that I'm after, I can then go in with the colours more directly. There we go. I really want to get some of that green in there because I think that'll look nice. This is a band I've not heard in a while. We don't want this to be nice and even either, because obviously that's not how this shit works in real life. And yes, this little guy's made of cloth, but sometimes it's fun to do realistic stuff. Oh, see, I know Habernagerie from the work they did with Tribe 1 many moons ago. Okay. I think, by Jove, I think they've got it. I said on Blue Sky, was it last week? Might have been the week before. There was a thing going around that was about, it was one of these artist things, and this one was artists. I want you to tell me something that you're good at. And a lot of the responses were things like, I'm really good at drawing people, or I'm really good at speed painting, or things like that. And mine was, I'm really good at figuring shit out. Because when you see me doing a technique like this on stream, I haven't researched it beforehand. I haven't practiced it. I've not got a tutorial up. I'm just looking at what I've got, looking at my miniature and going, okay, how can we make this do the thing I want it to do? And I figure it out on the fly. And 9 times out of 10, it works. Pink. Better. And it takes a little bit of trial and error sometimes, and sometimes you make a mess like I just did there. Because, oh boy, was that too much pink. I do think that's actually a piece of like sprue that didn't come off, but it's fine. Part of the miniature now. So yeah, I'm absolutely Star Trek in this. For those that get that reference. Okay, I'm happy with that. We're not gonna do any more to the hoodie's dark bits. Because I'm happy with that. We might do a little bit of tidy up because I think I got some green on one of the pale bits. So we might need to do a little bit of tidy up. But I think that's a good amount of progress so far. Which is good because it is coming up to tea time for me. Just checking I hadn't picked the cycle up by accident. We are still using the insane detail brush for this. There we go. Right. So the miniature itself is done. We just have to finish its stand. Because the tree needs some more texture before we can call it done. But that's fine. We're gonna take the easy route with the tree branch. There's also a stone on the base, which we will put a coat of paint on. A couple of stones, actually. I'll do those first because I've got the paint for that right here. Okay, did somebody request this, or is it just in the jukebox? Okay, I guess it's just in the jukebox, based on Chibitan's messages in chat. Which I must admit makes more sense. I've yet to find somebody else that knows about the stolen babies and it not be because of me. Okay, that's the stones painted. At least sort of. See if I've managed to get this the right consistency first try. Yeah. So I've just watered the whole black right the way down so it can be used as like a wash. Probably still need an actual wash because it's not very intense due to being watered down. But we'll see. I need. We're going to go for Gawthor Brown for the post and Martian Brown for the tree branch. Because they are two different pieces of wood and therefore should be treated separately. Oh no. Okay, it may not be that those blues that I was trying to get paint out of earlier are fucked. It may be that they're empty and that all that's left is the paint coating the inside of the bottle, because I'm having the same problem with the Gawthor and I use a lot of Gawthor. Okay, so that's a no on the Gawthor. Okay, we'll use... No, I don't like the idea of using Scrag Brown, actually. Too ruddy, but not dark enough. Oh. Okay. New plan. Yeah, okay. There should still be something in there. So, Doom Ball for the post, which is very ruddy, I know. We'll try and bring it down a bit, and Scorched Brown for the tree. Please be something in the Scorched Brown. I'll be really upset if this is empty too. Locked. Oh, there's something in there. Come on, out you come. Wow, this is not a good day for my blues or my browns. The things I use the most are all just like, nah, man. Can't do it. Stars, can't do it. Not today. Oh, fine. Fine. Be like that. Doomball also clogged. Guess I'm gonna have to go paint shopping at some point soon. Yeah. Yeah, Doomball. The Doomball's actually fucked because I can feel the paint in there. So there are cloth goblins, but I don't know if there's any rules specifically for any of them. Maybe. Forbidden Soul mod that has them, maybe. Oh, neat. Okay. How do we do this then? We apparently just dip our thumb in the black paint. That's definitely helpful. Okay, so I've got leather brown. That's a flesh wash. What flesh wash is it? Oh, that's a dark flesh wash. Okay, that could work. We're really like scraping the bottom of the barrel here now, but I think I can make something work here. Okay, so, oh, for goodness sake. We need to shake the paint first. Like, oh, or throw it on the floor. That works too. We need to shake it properly, though, not like a little bit, which is what I did before. It needs violent shake. That's better. Okay, so this brown is way paler than I wanted, but we're going to make it work. We're going to mix in a tiny glob of chaotic red. Hey, Buff Grinch, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today.
Pickles.
Okay, so I've mixed that horrendously pale brown with a little bit of red to try and bring it down a little bit. And I've got this brown over here that I can probably mix it with too to get a different sort of colour. Okay, let's see how this goes. I'm going to be really gentle with this because it's so pale and I really don't want to bring this up too much. So we're just going to very light touch some areas just to give it some texture. And we can't forget this bit just because it's behind the hoodie. There we go. It's better. Okay, that doesn't look as bad as I was worrying it was going to. So now I'm going to take some of this ruddy brown that we had from, I think, last week. Mix that in with what I've got over here so we can get a slightly different colour for the tree branch. That's a bit too chunky. Okay. There's like a glob of congealed paint stuck in the bristles for a minute there. There we go. Hello, Frankenstein. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. feeling much better about the wood now, despite the issues with the browns. Yes, Pom, the ruddy brown. I mean, we've got quite a few ruddy browns today. Because it refers to the ones that are reddish, but also the ones that have pissed me off because they won't let me have anything out of them. Watching the sumo tournament highlights on YouTube. There's 2 Ukrainian rikishi, really? Awesome! One could be considered for Yokozuna. If he does well. Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome. Good for them. I think, other than we've got to put some just plain black on our boy's beak. But I think this is the last step. We should probably paint the inside of the beak as well. Because otherwise it looks a bit weird. Cool. Okay, so this is going to be a little tricky, but we're going to try anyway. Because it's important to do a good job. And by a good job, I mean the best you can. Oops. I got red in the wrong place. I was trying to pop the bubble that I'd accidentally made here. There we go. That's the bubble pot. The inside of the mouth is done. Like, it's a small, inconsequential thing that nobody's going to get to see, really. But I will notice if I hadn't painted his the inside of his mouth, I would have noticed and it would have bothered me. Because that was the problem I had with the cloth dug. Just putting the eyes back in just plain black as well. There we go. So what I'll probably do is, because I've got some varnish knocking about somewhere, is I will varnish the beak with a glossy varnish and the rest of him with the matte varnish. Oh, I need to check something actually. I've just realised we've not painted the feet at all. What colour are a hooded crow's feet? They are black. Okay, so that's not really changing anything. I've never even heard of it. So I have no opinion on it. What I'm going to do with the feet is just put a tiny bit of white into this bit of black here. Too much. Better. And give them some little grey highlights on their knuckles. And just on some of the I think they're actually referred to as fingers or toes. Yeah, just a little bit of a grey highlight. I think we're going to need a fresh bit of palette paper next week. Put a tiny bit of highlight on the beak as well while we're at it, actually. Why not? After all, why shouldn't we? As Bilbo Baggins would say. Right. And I think that's our little friend done. Nice, easy one. So that means we've finished 2 minis today. I know one of them was like 2/3 of the way there already, but that's beside the point. So I've just got to base these 2 off stream, and once I've done that, I'll take some photos, do a little video of them doing a big spinny on my rotating display plate thingy in my light box, and stick them up on Blue Sky. But yeah, 2 minis in 1 stream. It's got to be a record, right? For me. Never paint anything that quickly. Normally takes me months. Buff. Feeling quite accomplished right now. Come on, off you come. Probably should have glued him to a base before I started painting him. But for those that weren't here for the first part of the stream, here is the cat that we were painting last week. All finished now. Kitty. And with that, we're going to go over to the ending screen because I need to go and make myself some tea. But this has been a really good stream again. Thank you everyone for hanging out. You're most welcome, Buff. Thank you for being here. Oh, thank you, Sinister. Good night, Poirot. Please excuse the captions. Hang on, if I move my microphone to here, maybe they'll be a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, massive thank you everyone for coming along today. I hope you've had as much fun as I have. This has been a really nice chill stream. I've really enjoyed it. I'm off work this week because I start my new job next week. So I took this week as a rest week ahead of the new job. As a result, I don't know what next week's stream schedule is going to be like because I am starting a new job and I don't really know what that's going to mean for whether I'm at home or not and stuff like that. But I'll let you know as soon as I know. Basically. Next stream will be Friday. We'll be playing some more Ace Attorney. And then Saturday's stream will not be happening on my channel because I am the organizer for the Clock Tower's first annual Faces of Horror Awards show. So I will be over on the Clock Tower's channel. !CT in chat should give you the details you need for that. Yeah, I will be over there hosting and running their awards show from 9 p.m. UK time till like midnight, I think it is, or like 1 a.m. However long it takes. So it'd be nice if I can see you all there, but I appreciate if an award show isn't really your thing. It's totally up to you. But let's find somebody to send you over to. If my Stream Deck will fucking work, come on, do the thing. Well, thank you for being here, Modhale. Oh, I'll tell you what. Somebody that we've not had the opportunity to see in a while. Let's go and see Flinty. I can't do shout outs right now because my keyboard's all the way over there. But Flinty is a member of our community, is a real sweetheart. I love them to bits. They're also a member of the Clock Tower. I definitely didn't have anything to do with that, honest. But yeah, they're lovely. So please, please, please do join the raid if you can. And give them a follow if you're not already following. You're most welcome, Rocket. Thank you for being here. Right. You know when I'm going to be live next. You know what I'm up to. I said my thank you, so all that's left is to say hopefully I'll see you on Friday. But until I do see you next, I want you lovely folks to take care of yourselves, take care of each other, wash your fucking paintbrushes, and have a wonderful rest of your week, however you're spending it.